It was Corey ten Boom who said, if the devil can't make us bad, he'll just make us busy. And here we live in this life where just everything's 1,000 miles an hour. And there's texts coming in and there's things we got to read and places we got to go and stuff we got just busy. And we've accepted that this is just how it has to be. But God says, no, there's something you can choose to do and you can choose to stop.
And I would say, if you're like me, the things you're busy doing are good things. They're not bad things. It's not like you're out foolishly using your time. You're probably busy with children and work and school and being married and business. The job that you have is probably consuming you, like it is for most of us. I believe most of our problems, not all of them, but most of our problems are either caused or made worse because we're moving too fast for too long. You see, busyness has become our business. Chaos has become our medication. But we've made work our God. God has become work. And busyness has become our badge of honor. And that's not what Jesus modeled for us. In Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, it says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Do you think that's a promise or a suggestion? It's a promise. So if I said, come to me right now and I will give you $10, I just made a promise that I have to deliver on, right? But Jesus says, come to me. Let me be the first option when you find yourself exhausted and tired. Come to me first, because I really am the one who can give you rest. I will give you this rest if you want it. He says that he often withdrew to lonely places, a place where you can disconnect, a place where your cell phone doesn't work, a place where literally it's you and God.
Jesus invites you to come. He invites you to come to him if you're worn out, if you're overwhelmed, if you're burdened, and he will give you something that many of you have not experienced in a long time. He will give you a heavenly rest. Tired, worn out, burned out on religion, Jesus says, come to me. Get away with me and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Then Jesus says this, he says, walk with me, not run, but walk with me and work with me. Do it at my pace. Watch how I do it. Learn, I love this phrase, learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Jesus says, keep company with me and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. Jesus says, get away with me and you'll recover your life. Walk with me. Watch how I walk. Watch how I love. Watch how I live and walk with me. Don't just believe what Jesus believed. Do that, but also live the way Jesus lived. Some of you say, well, you don't understand, preacher boy. Like I got a full-time job. You're just a pastor. You just work on Sundays. I got a full-time job or whatever. I don't have time. I literally can't get it all done. I can't slow down. There's too much moving. And I want to say very respectfully to you that you have time for what you choose to have time for. You do. You have time. You have time for what you choose to have time for. And if I can get up in your business just a little bit, the solution is not more time. The solution is more of what matters most. Is more of what matters most. And the reason why most of us don't have time for what matters is because we're mindlessly spending our life on what doesn't matter.
Now, when people say, for example, I would read the Bible, but I'm just so busy I don't have time. Or, I know I should spend more time in prayer, but I just don't have time. I don't have time. Think about what you're saying. You're saying to the God of this universe, the Creator, you're saying to the Sovereign of this universe, our Sustainer, you're saying to this God who is our judge. You don't have time for him? Who is the source of every single thing you have, who desires an intimate relationship with him. It takes time. The most powerful, awesome thing in my life today, second to nothing, is getting on my face before him and talking to him and listening and sensing his spirit and my spirit being in oneness with each other, and knowing that no matter what I ask, I'm not going to be disappointed. No matter what I ask, he's not going to get upset. No matter what I ask, God is more than sufficient and adequate to meet this hunger within me that he's placed there. He has placed within all of our hearts a hunger. The problem is that when a person doesn't understand what's going on, they think if I had this and her and him and that, I'd be satisfied. Only God can satisfy the human life. And you know, I could say that 10,000 times and people would hear it and walk right away trying to fulfill this place for intimacy with something else. It doesn't work. It takes time. Let me ask you this. What's more important than your personal relationship with him? And think about this. All of us have certain people we like to talk to, right? There's certain people you like to talk to and certain people you like to listen to. Think about this. We have the privilege of listening to holy God. He makes it very clear. He will show you the truth about himself. Listen, he will show you the truth about himself through his word, but he will also show you the truth about himself in life. Develop a listening heart, a listening spirit. And the reason people make wrong decisions is because they don't listen to him. One thing you can bet for sure, he will never mislead you. You know why I know that? Because he is a God of purity, righteousness, and truthfulness. He cannot deceive, he cannot mislead, he cannot do anything that would be a contradiction to who he is. This very God is living on the inside of you in the person of the Holy Spirit. He's there. Why? Because it is his spirit that speaks to our spirit. It is his life connecting to our life. You say, well, but I'm not worthy of all that. The next time you feel that way, you just remember this, that the cross is God's one and final testimony to his awesome, unconditional love for you, no matter what. He does care about you, and he wants to work in your life his awesome grace and love and mercy.